I really like Sofia Coppola's new movie, Priscilla. I find that when I go to a movie, I like to be entertained. I think that's a huge part of seeing a movie. I'll always vouch for that, whether it's an idiosyncratic art film from A24, a blockbuster. You know what you're going to get, but I think you always go in with the notion to be entertained. And Sofia Coppola does a really great job from a director's point of view of maintaining focus and making a captivating story. It doesn't really break any new ground. And it doesn't exactly do things incredibly different from stories that have already been told, but it is telling a story, a true story, after all, of some famous iconic pop culture legends, and that's already enough to lure a lot of people in. But she does do this really well. She gets it right, and I think she really nails a lot of the technical qualities of the film, whether it's the lighting or the art department or the casting. Everything really is working perfectly here, and I think the two leads, Kaylee Spaney and Jacob Elordi, are both really good. Kaylee Spaney is the most transformative, mostly because she has a lot to do in this movie. It's almost like she's carrying it, but I couldn't really say that because while the film does weigh heavily on her performance, the supporting performances are so good. Everyone from the actor playing Elvis's father to the workers at Graceland, it's really good. And I thought Elordi was really good as Elvis. It is a bit of a caricature, but I think whenever you're doing an Elvis, you're kind of doing an impression. You're doing that voice. And I think he did a good job at transforming into Elvis. I enjoyed watching the film, and, his dynamic with Kaylee Spaney sold me. That was how I knew the movie would be good. And it's really edited very well. It's edited in a way that it keeps you interested. The scenes aren't too long, but they do hold that focus and get you interested in the character dynamics. It is just an entertaining movie, and Sofia Coppola knows that, a biodrama needs to be entertaining. Elvis was almost 2 hours and 40 minutes, the Baz Luhrmann movie from last year, but it was very flashy, it was very made in montages, and very focused on the music as well. This film is much more quiet. It's set inside, in, interiors at Graceland, and it's a very character-focused movie. And I think that Sofia Coppola also does a very good job at putting you in that time period, making it immersive. There's a scene where they're driving through Vegas and, instead of recreating the entire street as a, 1960s Vegas, they just show vintage dash cam footage. And there's something so immersive about that, about how it just kind of stays true to what it's doing and just telling the story about Elvis and Priscilla. It isn't really focusing on these flashy elements. And at the end of the day, it is not an Elvis movie, it's a Priscilla movie. So I think it really does a great job at facilitating that Elvis character. And even if you knew nothing about him going in, I still think it's a movie about a woman who's in this relationship where she's almost trapped. And there's just something to be said for how the movie doesn't need to inform you about Elvis, or it doesn't need to inform you about this pop culture legacy. It's just telling the story of Priscilla, and it's very good at that. And I really just enjoyed it. It was very entertaining, and I recommend it if you want to see an entertaining biodrama. I feel like there's this notion that it's kind of homework to go see these true story movies, but I think it was very entertaining. And, this is a great case that shows if you have great casting, editing, directing, art department, everything just working, you can have an entertaining movie. So go see Priscilla. I really liked it.